Well, from what I see around the area, Berea Utilities is the cheapest around. My daughter lives on Mason Lake, and it's Jackson County, it's high. Another one lives out north of town, it's high. So anything we can do to energy-free, energy-saving is good, like the energy cells they've down at the municipal building that's, I understand, is saving quite a bit over a period of time. It takes time to do it, but I think the energy is so much cheaper here in Berea. I'd hate to leave here and go to other areas and pay for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Berea did receive the energy study that Mr. Wilkins mentioned, as well as the BEAT report, which both have been accepted by the city of Berea. And I think that we should revitalize and encourage the existing utility advisory board to work with the utilities and the city council to develop an implementation plan that would not only look at those cost savings measures, but also all of the other elements that are in those plans that the city has adopted.
Thank you.
I don't know if I really understand the question or not, but I'm going to try to answer it. The utilities looks like it's where it should start at to show that they're trying to save. You know, right in our city, all of our city services and utility departments, all of our departments and everything. It looks like if we would show that we're saving, and then the residents, they could see we're trying, and then they would try to save too.
Thank you.
I don't really know if I understand or not, but I think our utility rates are within reason. And we're trying to take what the profit and make off of it, upgrade the utilities, keep them upgraded all the time, and putting in bigger grids in places where we was having a lot of problems. I really don't see any problems at all with it, you know. I think it's the cheapest places I pay utility bills in outside this county, and then Rockcastle County, and a couple more places, and so far, Berea's got the best rates that I can see, and the best service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I would definitely be in favor of anything that was self-supporting, especially programs where alliances can be made with appliance manufacturers to offer discounts for energy-saving appliances. I don't know as I would agree with the city or the utility in subsidizing something like that. But in many cities, they have programs that are supporting themselves through these alliances, and I would definitely be in favor of anything that would lead to more efficient use of energy.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I had the opportunity to talk with, where is he? Sorry, Steve. I'm so glad we had the opportunity to talk about this at an open house, because it's something that I am thinking about. I think we're very fortunate that the city of Berea has control of the utility company, and I think we have a lot of autonomy in deciding what we want to do. Something that I think I would love to see is on-bill financing for energy efficient appliances and things like that, and that would directly affect consumers and how much their bill is, but they would be able to upgrade to energy efficient appliances. And I think that we need to look at that as a city council and see what we can do to make some changes.
Thank you.
I'm also glad that I had an opportunity to talk to Steve. It is my understanding, and Steve, please correct me if I'm wrong, that we currently purchase energy from Kentucky Utilities, and that over the next 5 years, they're projected to increase rates by 50%?
That's my understanding, yes.
So if that is indeed the case, and we do indeed have energy saving plans already adopted by the city, I do think it is our responsibility to implement those plans and to consider ways that we can help educate our citizens about high peak usage hours and how we might be able to collectively bring down the usage so that we impact the rates in the long term. And there are also all kinds of cool little gadgets that Steve shared with me, like an automatic switch on some of your appliances that will, without you even knowing, decrease the usage during certain peak times that will overall reduce energy use for our city. So I would be definitely interested in us moving forward with implementing the plans that have already been adopted by the city.
Thank you.
I fully agree with you. I'd like to see it. In fact, I'm going to ask Randy Stone to talk to Ed Fortner tomorrow about coming up with a plan on how we can do that. because I really believe in it. It was a recommendation. And you gotta remember, the advisory board is advisory board. If Ed don't go back and follow through on that, it's mute. So I don't ask Randy to do that. Would you do that, Randy? Thanks.
Don't want to hang on the spot.
I agree with Diane, sort of agree with Ronnie. And we do need to have an implementation program. And we're also paying Henry Jackson a fee for sustainability to reduce their energy costs. And we're working with him very closely through the ICLEI program, if you want to look it up, ICKLEI. And so we need to do it, for sure.
Thank you.
Well, we do need to implement energy savings. And for many years, I was the administrator of a program that helped low-income families to save energy in their home through weatherization and other cost savings techniques. But we do have the power of codes enforcement. And some of these apartments that are built, that are rented to people who have difficulty in paying their energy bills, the developer leaves the energy bill totally to the renter. And so there's no incentive without strict codes enforcement for energy savings for all of our residents to have cost savings when we don't take those measures into account.
Thank you.
Kentucky's electric rates are about the fourth lowest in the nation, and yet our usage rate is some of the highest in the nation. And that's part of the problem that I guess Steve was alluding to, and also that the Beck's study analyzed. What the council needs to do is not to ask Randy Stone to solve this problem. The council needs to engage, and they need to review the Beck's report, and they need to set policies for implementation on how we can begin to phase in gradually becoming better stewards of our energy use.
Thank you.
I fully support putting in these programs. I think there's no reason that we shouldn't. Clearly, it is cost effective, or we wouldn't have other companies doing the exact same thing. RECC, I actually take part of a program like this because I have RECC. My hot water heater has a device on it, as well as my air conditioning unit, so it literally does nothing to me. I never get hot during the summer or anything like that. People freak out about that, but I think that there's no reason that we shouldn't move forward with this. And I do agree with Steve that as a council, we need to take part in that and say, this is what we're going to do, and take ownership of it, because we can't wait on that.
Yeah, as a former building contractor, I can tell you exactly what you need to do. You've got to have good energy efficient homes. They got to be insulated good. You've got to have thermopane windows and doors, and then it's left up to the individual. You don't leave your lights on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's pretty much. But the city might could do something to help educate the people, but pretty much it's left up to the consumers.
Thank you.
Well, I do know that the Berea Council did pass this Berea Energy Cost Savings Plan in September, I believe, of 2012. And that dictates that the city would reduce our energy by 30%, but I believe it's 2042. Am I correct in that?
I don't have the specific number.
I think that is right. So we are committed to do that, and I guess it's up to the community at large to decide how we do that. I know that the Kentucky Environmental Foundation and Sustainable Berea worked with the city in developing this plan. And I know that there is a Utilities Advisory Board. So surely there's enough, within those groups, there is enough knowledge and energy to come up with ways to implement this plan, and I certainly would support that.
Thank you.
I think those recommendations that were a part of the Beck study should be implemented. I know right now with Bluegrass Energy, they have several programs. I have them as my carrier. And so I think a lot of this comes down to education for the consumers. If they think that their electricity is going to like totally be cut off during a peak demand time and they're going to burn up or whatever in the summertime, I think that's part of it. They won't want to do it. But I think another thing is the housing stock in our town is getting older, and for some people that wanted energy audits, that those could be provided, and that would give them an idea of what they need to do to insulate their home.
Thank you.